Okay, hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
It's the 20th of December 1917. Yeah, I was there.
2017.
Titanic and all that stuff. And the First World War. And look at me. I mean, I've weathered it all. So, 2017. And this is the final session of Stepping Stone 2's charity for this year. And we're going to ask everyone how they believe the year's gone. We'd also like to thank everybody who's supported us over this past, is it 12 months since we've been a charity or thereabouts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year and a half, I think.
Yeah, and all the people who've taken the time to go onto the blog and Facebook and either comment or just the fact they've had a look anywhere. We really appreciate that. So we're just going to kick off and talk about how the year's gone from each individual, how they've felt about it, what they think they've achieved, and what they're looking forward to next year. And we start back on the 3rd of Jan.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah.
Aye. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go around this way, just because Mark's sitting next to me. And I want you to tell us, Mark, how your year's gone. You can bring in everything that you've done with Stepping Stone 2, not just here. How do you think it's gone?
It's been out the hospital, haven't I?
Yeah, you've had some health problems, yeah?
Yeah.
But you're a bit better
A
today.
bit better today. No, it's just doctors and all that, isn't it?
What major events of this year can you remember that have taken place? That
Exercise class,
yeah? And where do you do that at, Mark?
Whitehaven,
At?
Nigel's house.
And how do you think you've done with that, Mark?
Oh, been good, isn't
You've enjoyed it, haven't
he?
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've lost some weight,
Yeah.
and you're stronger,
Yeah.
you're fitter. You can
Yeah.
see that from
Yeah.
the videos on the blog.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What else has took place this year that kind of rocked your world a wee bit and was quite upsetting? Can you remember?
Breaking.
You had a burglary at the house, yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you manage to cope with that? Was it difficult for you, Mark?
It was difficult, really.
Do you think you've come to terms with it now?
Yeah,
or-
I come to terms with it now.
You'd also, if we talk about major events, you'd also expressed the desire to move to a place on your own.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Do you want to tell us how that's proceeding?
That's nobody said out about that yet.
You still want out?
I don't know.
What else is in the book?
Independent living. Yeah. So you're still looking forward to that, Mark? Is that something you're still aiming for?
He hasn't said out.
So you're still waiting?
Still waiting.
Yeah, but you're still keen to do that. You did talk about understanding the importance of doing some work around skills in order to live independently in a positive way.
Yeah.
You talk about isolation, domestic skills, things like that. Yeah. Now, what else happened this year, which was a real difficult time for you and everyone? We lost someone, didn't we?
Raymond.
Yeah.
We lost Raymond, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We lost him in May time, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we did have dementia, and obviously he was going back kind of quickly, wasn't he? And in many ways, it was a blessing that he went so quickly, wasn't it? Because it's an awful illness, as everybody can imagine. But you also, with Nigel, tried to say your farewells, didn't you?
Yeah.
And something went wrong, didn't it?
We went to the wrong church, didn't we?
Yeah, we were given the wrong information.
Aye. And she stood outside, didn't she? With the phone.
And it was difficult for you, wasn't it?
Aye.
And quite distressing. Do you feel as though yourself and Nigel have kind of come to terms with that? Do you still feel as though you'd like to do something? Because we were going to organise
I heard this one.
some kind of memorial for Raymond.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us how you feel about that?
It was at Nigel's house, wasn't he? When I'm making water.
We were, Mark. We talked about,
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Do you want to tell us, Nigel, what we'd planned?
Just a thing, did a little thing for Raymond where we just watched photographs and talked about happy times with him.
Yeah, because I mean, I'll speak for myself here because obviously, you know, he was a big friend of everybody, and Gary goes way back with Raymond as well. He used to go to the art class with Raymond.
Yeah.
It was tremendous fun to be around. He was the kind of lad where you just, you know, he made your world much better in the space of a few seconds when you met him. He used to give you a hug, he would always smile, and even though he was going through really difficult times, and me and Nigel remember those difficult times where Raymond would hardly put his head up, you know, he was just so distressed. You know, he used to mention his mum when he'd break down crying, he used to mention his dad as well. But then, slowly but surely, we kind of got him out of that, and it was just an absolute ball. I mean, we've got so many memories of Raymond, and I always feel as though even though he's gone, he's passed on, he's still around in some way, shape or form. That sounds a bit weird, but I've only got to think about Raymond and my face smiles, you know.
Yep.
And I mean, what a tremendous legacy to leave, you know. And he brought so much fun to everyone. So I would like to do something where everybody can get together and just talk about his life. Show some pictures. We've got many pictures of Raymond, not least of which the video where he's chasing the bag down the back of.
Oh, I like that. I like that bit. I like that bit.
Bloody hell! Go on, Raymond. So even though it was distressing, Mark, we left with a lot of fond memories, aren't we? And it's such a shame he can't be here now. And that's something I thought about last week.
We didn't find out where he was, did we?
No, we still don't know where he was laid to rest, which I find really appalling when you think that Raymond was a major part of what we do. That no one was you know, kind enough to actually contact us and let us know.
He was a
where
laugh at
laid to
Wigton,
rest.
wasn't he? He was a laugh at Wigton.
Yeah, Wigton, that was an absolute ball.
What did he do?
There was one incident stood out amongst all others, and it was the day we were travelling.
I've only got 50 pence.
Well, that was one of them, Gary. I'll come on to that
yeah.
because we've got to put this on. The first one was we were going through Wigton, through the main street, and all the schools were getting out. And there was a wee lad, God love him, a cheeky lad, who obviously decided he would shout something at Raymond because the street was so narrow. So the school boy was actually that close to where Raymond was sitting, and he shouted, "Oh, Baldy!" And Raymond went, "Oh, foot busted." It was so funny. I know you shouldn't laugh because obviously we shouldn't, you know, be condoning adults calling school children those names, but it was just so funny, and that was Raymond. But the second one was, as Gary said there's an instance where we pulled into the garage to get petrol, didn't we? In the back. Was it diesel or petrol? I can't remember now. We had a community van that the community people had very kindly loaned us. And Raymond went into the shop, didn't he? We were aware that suddenly Raymond wasn't around. Where's Raymond? Because previous to that, he'd been dancing to Ibiza music in the van. Remember that?
Is he got the van? Though?
Where's he gone? So I thought, wait a minute, I'll just go and see. So I walked into the shop, and Raymond was standing with this very kind lady, and he had his hand out with a 50p piece in.
Yeah.
And the woman said, "Oh, it's all right." She said, "I'll buy the Coca-Cola for you." And Raymond went, "But I've only got 50p. So I stood behind and said, "Right, I'll sort this out." Out. Bloody hell. So he never got his Coke.
So I saw Raymond walking away. I thought, what's going on
The
there?
lady's face.
Because
Right, I'll sort this out.
I heard you saying something.
Down. But that was just so enchanting. That just pretty much sums up Raymond, doesn't it, Raymond?
He's funny, Raymond.
He was a nice lad, I know.
He was very kind, wasn't he?
He was.
He struck up a good relationship with Trey,
Yeah.
didn't he? And he got a lovely picture in the museum gardens of you both together.
There's another one as well.
Yeah, the Christmas meal, that was a nice one.
Was that the first one?
Curb on the train,
Yeah.
on the train, you know, he did.
There's a few pictures there.
So even though it's sad that we haven't got Raymond around, and he was a major part of SS2, wasn't he?
He was
a major part, and he was very supportive. He used to come along to the events we went to.
Yeah,
he went to the annual general meeting with the CBS, didn't he?
Yeah.
And we'd all sit at the front there, and Raymond was kind of, you know, playing the Hi. So even though he's passed on, he's left a tremendous amount of fun and energy, hasn't he? Anything else, Mark, for this year?
No, we've done the session at Whitehaven, didn't we?
Yeah, we go there regularly, don't we?
Health and well-being.
Health and well-being. That's all we did, haven't we? We went to Carlisle, didn't we?
We had some trips out, which were good.
And you've done the model work as well, haven't
You
you?
did,
Yeah, we did, yeah.
We haven't finished that yet, have we?
We've
We've built
started
an
the new
engine.
one. Yeah, but we finished the other one this year. The first one, didn't we, this year?
We did, that was the car.
We're still stuck on the lure.
Yeah, because the instructions weren't very clear, but we will come back to that next year.
Definitely.
So, but you feel as you've had a good year, Mark,
yeah.
even though you've had some problems. What about next year? What are your thoughts about next year?
I don't know. Still want to come here.
And you went out?
I want out. I want out.
Independently from-
It's in the muck, Mark.
Just before we round off with you Mark, because I always believe that it's important that staff and people in the service have a particular kind of relationship, how they get on together. And I'm really, and Gary knows this, I'm really strong about putting the right people together, because you don't put the wrong people. Because we wouldn't go into a pub and strike up a conversation with someone we don't like, would we?
No.
It's not how it works. You're going to stay with people who treat you with respect and they value you. Now you've formed what I would say is a pretty strong bond with Trey, who's looked out for you, because she's also acted as an advocate.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Mark?
Oh, I still wanted to come along to the meetings and that.
Do you feel as though it's been a positive relationship for you both?
She went to the doctors with us.
Yeah, I did.
I still wanted to come to the doctors with us and all that.
And do you feel, I mean, obviously if you move on and you live on your own, do you feel as though that's the kind of input that you need, that's crucial to your well-being?
Yeah, I think it is.
So you'd like to see more of it next year?
More of it next year.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that, Trey?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So like spend a bit more time doing the support work together and doing things together that you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I think you've asked more for me to spend time with you.
Oh.
Yeah. I was thinking of trying to do that. Because you have phoned us up on occasions and asked about, what you doing?
I mean, some people listen to this when it does go out onto the blog and on Facebook. And again, I'm pretty cavalier the way I work, and I've got a lot of enemies. I don't care. I've always worked for the betterment of the people I work with. Before we go around the table further, I'm going to bring Alex in, who is thinking, oh God, I'm going to say something now. I think Alex has been a massive support, along with Callum and Kim. I think everybody who's come along has supported us to a great degree. But Alex, I think, quite often hasn't seen the value of what she's done. I remember the time you were sitting knitting yourself, and I think it was Leanne, was it? Alex came in with no real background of care. She struggled a bit in the early days because certain people were getting on her case, and they've forgotten, well, actually, I was a rookie once and I struggled, but people have to support me if I'm struggling. And she's dug in, she's become a good practitioner now for Wedgwood Road, but she's also brought something to here as well. Nothing's ever an effort to her. She'll always muck in, she'll ask, well, what can I do for you? Now that's massive as well, because for Gary, who's coming with Alice, quite often there's a division when people go somewhere with someone. You don't sit over Gary. You get on with things. Gary can be his own person. So I think that's a massive, and I think that's got to be celebrated for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you should give yourself some credit for that as well. Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex. Jen?
Yeah.
How's your year gone, my dear? I know you've had a difficult one. You don't need to dwell too much on the difficult aspects, but you have had a difficult one.
I have had a difficult one, yeah.
Well, you've had a good one as well. Do
Yeah.
you want to tell us a bit about it? Any highlights of this year that weren't bad ones and sad ones, which you recently experienced? Let's look at what's been good this year.
Oh, aye.
What about your exercise? You've been doing yoga and flexibility with me, haven't you?
What?
You've been doing yoga and flexibility with
Yeah.
me?
Aye.
You've been doing quite well with that.
She has, and she's done well in the reading as
But my
well.
legs are a bit, it's sore today.
So, I know you don't feel so good today, but I think what we'll do is we'll highlight
Yeah?
Jen's strengths. Just to go back to the original one, I'm not going to dwell on that because you know my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
You've really dug in and shown a lot of strength and willpower to work through that, because you could have crumbled, you could have fallen apart, you know. You got on with it, you did the best you could, you come here even though you were upset,
Yeah.
and you still got on with things, and that's got to be admired, Jen, because you are a strong girl. You know, you maybe didn't think that at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you hadn't been strong, you probably would have crumbled, because it was a difficult period for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Too right.
Yeah, so I want to just say that I admire you for that. That was really, I said to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
You know, to come back from that is massive. But on the what you've done with SS2,
Yeah.
you've come on when you're reading. Trey mentioned before about you doing yoga. Your mobility's improved now,
Yeah.
and I think you'd like to do more of that next year. I mean,
Not today because it's too,
No,
it's
no.
too sore today.
She's also got a job as a stunt girl for the
Yes,
yes,
I
she
know
has,
Pinewood
that.
Studios. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
that's a
one.
massive.
What's that?
Because that's when you throw yourself off
Yeah.
things, you know, for
You know,
movies.
Superhero.
I'm stepping in for her.
Wonder Woman.
No, not.
Can you choose something less difficult? Because I mean, Superman was definitely not. Supergirl was definitely not a role for Jen.
No.
You know, I mean, coming off that building and then not actually having it in Orlando, that was awful. No wonder your leg's bad. You can't see it in the film, no. You don't notice it, do
No,
you?
you
No.
don't.
Because she's wearing a mask and that. But just
Harry!
What are you talking about? And also, Jen, as well, you've been a real massive for when we've had discussions.
Yeah.
You always come in with something that's really crucial and important, and you're able to look at things and weigh them up, and then give an opinion. And that's a massive for you, because you've moved on massively in these past 12 months. Do you not agree?
Yeah, definitely.
And next year, when we come back to Stepping Stone 2, I want to do some more, what's it called?
Reading. And stuff like that.
I'm going back to that, but with someone else
Drama.
as well.
Drama.
Yeah, I want to do a bit more drama.
I do as well.
Because
Yeah.
people saying to me, I'm a drama queen.
Never. I would never.
Never.
I'm a drama queen.
I mean, but what are they thinking?
They're thinking...
Just because you've got a part on EastEnders. I mean,
EastEnders is your life, Jen.
Is it bad? I don't even watch telly. I go out
Jen's a
places.
soap opera. So, what are your thoughts for next year then, Jen?
I want to do drama. I want to do reading. I want to try and stick in and do some models with the lads.
That's fine, yeah, because I mean, I know you were keen to do it last time. I think you sat in on a couple as well,
I
didn't you?
think didn't I know? Can you remember with that car we did?
Yeah, because I mean,
We done the screws, didn't we?
we did. I mean, one thing you've got to be careful of, and I mean, in this age of PC stuff, it was always thought that a particular job was for a man and a particular job was for a woman. Women knitted and stuff like that, and men went out and did men's work. That really, I mean, I was a big supporter of it changing, because I knew
Yeah.
women that wanted to be a mechanic. They wanted to work with engines, because
Yeah.
a lot of women now become engineers. You know, a lot of people work on the highways and things now. So yeah, I think it's good that you're going to do that next year, Jen. You can work closely with Nigel and Mark.
I'm going to do some knitting with Tracy. She's got it with her as well.
Do you want to ask Lucy?
Yeah.
Well,
Lucy, what is
Drawing,
drawing? Yeah, artwork.
artwork, yeah.
Do you want to do more of that next year? Yeah.
What about painting, Lucy? Because we were always going to get back to that, and we never did. Because Lucy did do some painting at home. I remember, I think your mum showed me one of the things she'd done. So, would you like to do some painting this year?
Could do.
Yeah.
Well, painting.
Yeah, I mean, other people can as well. It's just that Lucy obviously is into stuff like that as well.
And you did some knitting, didn't you, this year?
Yeah.
And you enjoyed that. I noticed you enjoyed that. Would you like to try do that again next year? Yeah? What about anything else you have in mind? Is there anything you could think of that you would like to do?
Next year? Anything you've been thinking, oh, I'd really like to try that and I haven't done it before? You think of anything, Lucy? Well, have a think anyway, and then we'll come back to you when we...
There's one thing I've noticed, Lucy, is very good at. You're very good at the yoga.
Yeah, enjoy the yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it on the actual videos.
Yeah,
I know it's been a difficult year for you as well, Lucy, and again, like Jen, you've been really strong. You know, you pushed on, because I mean, you not only lost your dad, you lost, I think it was your brothers, or brother, this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a difficult one for you, but you've hung in there and you've come along. You know, you've never shown any real massive distress. That's just you just pushed on. So yeah, I admire that, Lucy. I really do. So, Nigel, thank you, Lucy. Nigel, your year.
No, it's been good.
Let's look at what's been crucial in your year. The things that have impacted on how you felt. The things that have moved you forward so you've become better. That's the right word to use. And some low points that perhaps have also tied in with that, such as your weight issues.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
No, it's been up and down.
That's been more recent.
Yeah, it has.
If you go back in time.
I've gone back. It's gone down.
And what helped with that?
Doing the exercises and stuff,
And
doing health and well-being as well, and reducing what I eat as well.
And Trey was a major part in
Yeah,
that.
she was. Yeah.
And do you want to tell people how much weight you lost? This actually has been on previous
Up to 7 pounds.
podcasts, but it doesn't really matter because it's still
Is
a...
it pounds or stones?
Stones.
Stones. I get them too mixed up.
What was your starting weight? Because you were clinically obese.
22.
Or was it morbidly obese?
Morbidly, you were just over 22 stone.
No, 22 stone. Yeah. I was 22 stone. Yeah. And,
You got down to
15.
the lowest was 15.
yeah.
2?
Yeah.
It's gone up slightly since then, but yeah, you got down to 15 too. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
And the
got-
target was 15 stone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, slightly less than that.
Was
Slightly
it?
less.
I thought we
yeah.
were going to get under 15 stone.
Yes. Well,
That was-
the original target at the minute is just under 15 stone.
Yeah. Now, it went wrong, didn't it?
Yeah. It went wrong. Yeah.
And this is not put on here to name and shame you. It's relevant to how you've been this year. What factors do you think led you to end up not losing weight but putting weight back on?
Well, there's the bad food and stuff, takeaways and stuff, the other things as well. So I put the weight back on. I put the weight back on.
Would you say, just on that, and other people can come in if they want, I mean, I know the answer to this question because I've studied psychology and human behaviour, etc., etc., so I do know the answer, but I'd like to hear from other people. Would you say, because people always look at drugs and alcohol, they're the addiction.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, that's tied in with your emotions, it's how you feel. A lot of people start very young, a lot of people, you know, maybe older. Would you think that food is something that's tied in with your emotions? And if you don't feel so good, you perhaps would eat more
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
or eat less, because that could
Yeah.
go the other way as well. People develop anorexia, bulimia, there's a number of conditions. Would you think that food is something that people can become addicted to?
Yeah.
What do you think, Mark? Do you think food is something you can become addicted to, make you want to eat more?
Maybe. I don't know. Really.
Salt, sugar,
Even if you don't have them, they're still put in the food.
yep, still in the food as well.
It's in food. It's not just on its own. And you put in coffee or tea.
Who's the major chain of food people that were brought into the fray? There's many other people as well that people regularly go to and eat from, that were in trouble because of the amount of salt and the amount of sugar.
I was going to say coffees now.
No,
Major
a major
fast food,
fast food.
Oh, McDonald's.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Now, the reason why was because they were putting extensive amounts of salt and sugar into their food. And that's before all the fat that was in there, saturated fat. Why do you think they were putting lots of salt and sugar in there?
Make it taste nice.
It becomes moreish.
Yeah, it does.
You have a packet of crisps and it's salted crisps, and you eat a plain crisp with no salt on, you're less likely at all to eat another lot of that without salt.
Exactly.
The one with salt on, I need to finish this bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people put salt on the food
Yeah.
with the belief it flavours it. Yeah,
It's
and
always
salt
nice.
actually originally was used to store food, to preserve it, to make it last. Yeah, if I remember rightly, hot dogs used to be in brine. Is that
Yeah.
right? Now, hot dogs are a mixture of everything that's
Oh,
off
yeah.
the slaughterhouse floor. They just mix it all together and roll it into sausages. But they're very moreish, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, you put sugar in your tea. You start off with 1, then you end up with 2, you end up with 3. Our friend has 7 to 8. Yeah. How many sugars did you used to put in your tea when hot coffee, Mark?
It's one.
You used to put more than that in.
Yeah, you put more than that in.
I put it
No,
2, 3. Maybe.
Yeah, Gary, you don't have sugar in your tea?
I don't
do you?
have sugar, no,
Hot
no,
coffee,
no.
yeah. Did you used to?
That's, sometimes I do, sometimes I one, and I don't take it in.
It actually starts very young. There's a mistaken belief that the children have to eat sweets.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All the cereals that you get. I remember Cocoa Pops and Ricicles, Twicicles as Nicicles. Remember that one?
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes, you had to
Frosty
put sugar on.
cornflakes,
Yeah,
yeah.
there was Tony the Tiger.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The various.
Was it? Whatever, yeah.
There must be about 20, at least 20 variations of cereal.
Yeah,
51.
sweet shops. You know, granddad or grandma would take you for a bag of sweets.
Yeah.
So really, you're not hiding nothing, are you? Because you're actually injected with this stuff very early on, and it's addictive. I mean, they actually call sugar now the poison of the the noughties now, and it's true, because Jen is a prime example. She can imbibe massive amounts of sugar in the course of one day, and then probably later on have some more again.
Yeah.
Now that's
definitely.
literally, it's poisoning your system, but you can't get off it.
No.
But people don't think about that because they think about cigarettes and alcohol and drugs or whatever. So that is a real major problem, and you know yourself now,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
bought into that as well.
Yeah.
There was a more recent one to do with takeaways.
Yeah. I was.
They were brought in the fray as well because takeaways put loads of salt in,
Yeah.
there's loads of fat in there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You have to sweeten it. I mean, Chinese dishes, I always remember, they
Very
always tasted
sweet,
sweet
Oh,
because you keep on eating it. And that's where the manufacturers of food, the people who supply the supermarkets, that's where they were brought into the fray as well,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's why they're putting all this stuff in there. You know, meat, you know, a lot of the meats, I mean, our chicken, if I have chicken, kind of cheapy chicken, you know, the salt in that and it's dry, I can actually be physically sick, you know, but it's put in there because you can keep on eating it, you want more and more.
No, definitely. Because
The bread, the other one, white bread,
Yeah.
sugar, salt in it, moreish. And you know that now is because of the cheese sandwiches you were eating.
Yeah.
Remember?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake, Ed used to love that one, didn't they?
Aye.
So,
Cheesecake.
just moving on, where do you think you are now with your exercise and diet? At what point do you think you're at now, before this year closes? And what are your thoughts for next year? What do you want to achieve?
I think steady's the wrong word, isn't it?
No, it's your words, Nigel.
It's
Don't
steady.
put words into his mouth.
It's steady, but I would like to bring it down a bit more to a level where I can be, because of my mobility and stuff as well. Bring it down so I can walk a bit quicker and stuff. And
Yeah, I mean,
exercise better as well.
Just to contrast that though, you've made massive progress in your exercise.
Yeah,
You've made massive progress in your mobility.
yeah,
You've made massive gains in your focus. Right, when you two work out together, and when he actually decides to turn up and he's not unwell or he's gone somewhere or whatever, right, you're all switched on
yeah.
and you do it to the max. Yeah, it's what you do in between when you're not doing that. That's
Aye.
the thing you've got to get on top of.
Aye.
To get down from that weight down to where you're at now is massive,
This
isn't it?
massive,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Mark, you've lost
Oh,
weight as
I've
well.
lost the weight.
And when you do turn up,
I ate them
when you turn
I ate them 2 pasties, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Two.
You had 2 pasties, Mark.
yeah, we saw. I mean, we can mention Greg's because it's not a TV programme.
No.
Greg's 2 Cornish pasties, taxi. So yeah, I think you've made massive gains, Nigel, and you should congratulate yourself because I mean, I know sometimes when me and Trey get on your case, you think that, oh God, I'm useless, I've done all this. You've actually achieved a massive amount this year. I mean, many people said to me, oh God, what are you doing with Nigel? Didn't recognise him. In your face and everything.
Yeah.
You know, so you should really think, okay, I'll work on that, but actually I've also achieved that.
Yeah.
It's massive. Any other thoughts before we round off?
Can't think of anything now.
No? Thank you, Nigel. Do you want to...
Gary, what do you think of this year? What do you think you enjoyed the most or you achieved the most this year with SS2?
Do me artwork.
Yeah, do you want to mention about the art that you and
Yes,
Dad...
we're working together, aren't we, with your artwork. Understanding your process, how you do your artwork.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing a piece about that with photo and video.
Yeah.
The other thing I was wanting to ask is, for next year, would you like to develop your artwork further?
Yeah.
Learn different things, maybe?
Yeah.
How do you think about that? What would you like to do with your artwork?
DVD covers.
Yeah?
Yeah, and pictures, drawings. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, you do have a skill for that, Gary. You know, it's an abstract kind of way of doing it, isn't it? You know, and it'd be nice for people to find out how you put it together. You know, and that's why we started that particular activity there. Because you've got lovely drawings in your flat. I've got the pictures of them as well. Because when we do the open day next year, we are going to do an open day this time. It just rocked my world when Raymond went. You know, I just thought, no, he's not going to be there, so I really can't kind of go through with this now. And plus, I wasn't well either. So I think that it'd be nice if people can see how you produce that artwork, Gary. Maybe ask you some questions at the open day about it.
Yeah.
Now, before Gary moves on, again, I think that Gary, like Lucy and like Jen, has shown really, really massive strength and pushed on this year. There's a number of things that have rocked his world, not least of which his mum ended up where she's at now. And that's not to the detriment of the people that look after her, because I'm sure they do the best they can. But it wasn't easy for Gary or for Michael, his brother. But you've pushed on, you've got through. There's been certain things wrong in the system that you're in that have affected you as well. So really, at the end of the day, you've pushed on, you've got here. Sometimes you remember being a bit fractious, and that's, you know, I've never criticised you for that, because sometimes you reach a point, I've had enough of that, just go away. But you've still got yourself back on track again. So I think that Gary really has done well this year.
Yeah, yes.
Showed tremendous spirit. And you have to be strong to do that, to get through what you've got through now.
Yeah.
What about next year? What are your thoughts about next year, Gary? What would you like to see? What would you like to achieve?
Advocate.
Yeah, that was a massive one for you, Gary, because I think that Gary, probably more than anyone, has really needed that.
Yeah.
And I think we've done some. You know, we've actually helped you in certain situations. We're going to go so far because obviously my input. Do you think the same with Mark? That Trey's been of help to you in certain situations. Has she supported you, do you think?
Yeah.
And is that something you would like to continue?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a massive, because you two have had a good relationship, the same as you and Mark.
And also, I've managed to spend some time with you outside of the sessions, you know, so you have more one-on-one.
Yeah.
Sharing what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you run around tormenting people.
What I say?
When you remember the plasters.
Yeah, keep it warm.
Keep it warm.
Yeah.
Good some plasters.
It's a massive. So yeah, I mean, I think you've achieved a massive amount, Gary. Next year's going to be a really good year for you. And I'm just well chuffed with Gary's progress. Yeah, Trey?
Yeah.
What do I think are the highlights of this year? Goodness, there's quite a few. Most of my highlights I actually think of other people being involved in that. Like work with Mark. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy even the travelling back and forth.
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it? And we have a good crack. I enjoy that. I enjoy working with you all, with doing the workouts.
Yeah.
I've felt that's become much better. I've got stronger this year, and you're all very supportive with that. You know, when I was struggling with that weight,
Yeah.
you can do it last. You didn't do it. That's good. And you've been really supportive as well. You know, Harry, Mark and Nigel with that. That's been hard for me to do that. And you're always there with the pads and that. You can go on, you can hit it again and you can pick that up. You're doing all right. So you're always good that way.
What about your relationship with Jen? Because I mean, you two work really well together. I mean, you work well with everybody, but I think you and Jen have kind of got that love-hate relationship where Jen winds you up, you wind Jen up, when actually you both care about each other.
Yeah.
Has that been a plus this year?
It has been a plus, and I also think that we would almost. I mean, I remember early on in the year, we were in town with the group, and I bought a hat, and you picked it for me, a purple hat.
That's
with
right.
James
Yeah, I
on.
remember.
Oh, yes, I.
So we do that together, don't we? We look at things together. Your clothes, for instance, we've been shopping for clothes.
Yeah.
And I feel it's more like siblings, because you said before we're like sisters,
Yeah.
we're like family,
Yeah.
and that's how I see our relationship. Is we're
I do
like
as well.
family.
Yeah.
Could we do it again next year?
Yeah, we'll do it again next year. And the yoga,
Yeah.
you do that with me, and it's great. I enjoy doing that with you. You like to have a go, and you ask me to do different things. And that's
then
nice.
Harry does it as well.
And Harry does it as well.
That's right.
Harry helps us out as well when he does it.
So I enjoy that, Jen. That's
Yeah.
kind of like sharing something, because it's all the lads and that's great, but now and again it's like nice to share something with the lads, isn't it?
Yeah.
The artwork we do together.
Oh
Been
yeah.
enjoying doing that
And
together.
drawing as well.
And drawing,
And
yeah.
colouring.
So yes,
Well, I have to do some painting next year.
you paint next year. Can I throw it at you?
No, you cannot.
You can really out against the wall.
So what are your thoughts on next year, Trey?
Next year, personally for me, next year, also of course I'll be working with yourselves, you know, with the workout. I'd like to improve that. I'd like to improve my strength and develop me fighting skills.
Aye.
Watch out, Mark.
Uh,
You're standing with the pad. So I want to improve that. I would like to work more with Jen, Lucy and Gary with artwork.
Oh, yeah.
I have some skills that I like to help and pass on to
Yeah.
yourself, you know,
Yeah.
show you some new things. I'd like to do that. I would like to see the charity grow.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would like Harry and I to be able to
More days?
more days, push it forward, get more people involved.
That's my aim for next year.
Yeah, definitely.
We need more days.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a sad lack of provision for
There is.
people within the groups that we work with. There used to be loads of stuff to do, didn't there?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a lot of it perhaps wasn't quite so good and people were forced to go on them, but there was always something there to go
Yeah.
to. There's so many cutbacks now that, yeah. Anything else, Trey?
I'd like to do focus
Meet
more.
at Debenhams.
Meet at Debenhams, that's it.
yeah.
And I want to go
We've done that for a while,
to,
haven't we?
to the
No.
chemist again to get more plasters.
Yeah, if it
That's
gets,
Gary's
if it
favourite.
gets
That.
cold.
Oh, I've got to chemist get more inhalers.
But it's cold now, Gary. I need more plasters, you know, instead of thermal underwear.
Gary,
So
he
you
likes
feel like you've had a good
plasters.
year then?
Yes, it's been a good year.
I'll get more, please.
So we'll round off. That was really good. I like that. I mean, it is difficult this year for me because we lost Raymond, because he was always there when we did the
Yes, he was.
kind of roundup, and you know, again, he was a major part of it. I've had a difficult year. I've clung on to try and keep this going. Trey's been a massive support. I did lose a lot of belief in what I was doing early on this year, and especially when I had cancer. That was a difficult time, but I still believe in what I do, or what we do, I believe that it's a way of working with people that should be disseminated among all the services. I think a lot of services now are too narrow with people. I think a lot of staff are demoralised now and demotivated because of the shift systems, the way they have to be with people. You know, they have little rights and the services has loads of rights. So I think that I've done enough, or we've done enough to show people, hey, this is the way you work with me. This is the best way to work.
Yeah.
So if I can keep on pushing on next year before I expire, and I think I wrote somewhere that I would like to leave a blueprint for someone to come along and pick up and say, right, actually this is the way you work with people.
Yeah.
This is how you make them happy. This is how you make them comfortable. They want to come back again. You know, and I think I'd also said about family. Family isn't always blood. You know, it's people who look out for you, people who care for you, you know, people who help you when you're down and they won't judge you. Now, a lot of families don't have that, and I've always seen this as my family. I mean, I've got family, obviously, but we're not necessarily close. But when I come here, it's almost like I'm coming home to where I'm, you know, where I'm welcome.
Yeah.
I like
Just
to
feel
think,
like family.
yeah, and anybody who comes along to this, wherever we are, the museum or here, to think, oh, I'm going to SS2 today, I'm going to have a laugh, I'll be comfortable, people will care about me. And when you go to work, that's what you want.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to work and think, oh God, they're on this shift, oh God, I've got to put up with them. That's not how it should be. You know, and people do have a responsibility as well when you work in teams with clients to act a certain way. Be pleased to see them.
Yeah.
You know, don't be sitting there and go to do. It's crucial. And I mentioned Jen and Lucy before there. They went through a really difficult phase, but they got on with it and they still asked how you were.
Yeah.
And that's massive for me. That if you can do that, you can change the way people act and the way they think. So yeah, so it's been a difficult, but I think a positive year for me.
Yeah.
So thank you.